Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another Sons of Silicon video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at one of the most anticipated product releases of the year in the Nvidia Shield Android TV box. This Android TV box made by Nvidia brings a whole new host of features to your smart or non-smart TV, which include 4K playback as well as gaming. Taking a quick look at the specs, this Shield is hosting a Tegra X1 processor, which is a 256 core processor, 64-bit architecture, 3 gigs of RAM. It has HDMI 2.0, which means that it's 4K Ultra HD capable, as well as 802.11ac dual band Wi-Fi, Gigabit Ethernet, two 3.0 USB ports, and Dolby 7.1 pass-through. Taking a quick look around the box, you can see that there's more information given to you around the box that shows you the capabilities of this, as well as the two accessories that you can purchase, which include the Nvidia Shield remote and the stand. Now, without further ado, let's get straight into the unboxing. There are two tape sides on each side of the box. You want to cut that. We're using a very large and unnecessary knife, but why not? It makes it even more fun. Taking the top off the box, you're automatically greeted with the Nvidia Shield box. Now, the first impressions, quite heavy, but it's made out of a good material and it looks great. I mean, it looks like a proper set-top box. Taking a quick look around the back, you can see all of the ports which I mentioned earlier, which include your power, Gigabit Ethernet, all the stuff you'd need in modern day equipment for TV. Diving deeper into the box, you can find the Nvidia Shield controller, which has all the regular controls, your XYB, as well as your Android capacitive buttons found on a phone. And it also has the bumper and triggers that you find on any Xbox or PlayStation 4 controller. Next, you have cables. So they do offer or include an HDMI cable included in the box, which is kind of a neat thing, as well as a USB cable, which you can use to connect the controller or the Nvidia Shield to your computer. You have your instruction and support guide here. You're probably not going to read those. No one ever does anymore. As well as a wall adapter. We're in North America, so we have the North American wall adapter, and an included power brick, so you can plug it into the actual wall. It actually has to be used with the adapter, so as you can see here, it slides on and then you can plug it into the wall. That's all you need to do. Next, taking a closer look at the actual Nvidia Shield. It's quite thin, quite heavy, first impressions, and it's a fingerprint magnet, as you guys can see here, but it's made out of a good quality material. It's a hard plastic, but it feels premium, and it has a lot of weight to it, which makes it feel even better. On top, you can see the capacitive power on button, which is just a touch button similar to what you have on the Xbox. On the side, it shows off how thin the profile is. You guys can see it's super thin. If you look at it besides an iPhone 5C, it's actually thinner than the 5C, even though the 5C is not that great of a phone. On the back though, you have your ventilation fan, you have a micro SD slot, a USB port, micro USB port, as well as two USB 3.0 ports, Gigabit Ethernet, HDMI 2.0, and your power connector. And on the other side, there's no connectors, but it just shows off how thin, and it gets thicker at one point, but I think it looks very good. Taking a closer look at the controller next, like I mentioned before, it looks similar to the Xbox controller, but when you actually hold it, it feels similar to the PS4 because of the way the joysticks are placed, but it feels solid in the hand. You got all of your, usual controls, your X, Y, A, B, as well as a volume rocker at the very bottom. You have your capacitive Android buttons there, and a D-pad. It also has the bumpers and the triggers that are basically associated with every controller nowadays, as well as a charging USB port. And the coolest feature is it has a micro headphone jack, which allows you to listen to the audio in a room where there's people. So you don't have, if you're playing at nighttime, you don't have to worry about waking anybody up, or if you just want to listen to something on your own, you can do that as well. Now, when it comes to accessories, the Nvidia Shield has two. The one we've purchased is the Nvidia Shield remote. There's also a stand, but we didn't want to get that. The remote basically allows you to use the Shield without using the controller. Now, taking a quick look at the actual box and unboxing that, you're first greeted with the Nvidia Shield remote, which is quite good. First impressions, nice material, feels good in the hand, but lifting up that little styrofoam piece, you can see what else you have in the box, which is basically just a USB cable, but it's nice that they're including two, one with the Shield and one with the controller, so that you don't have to worry about using the one you're only given, as well as your usual documentation, your user start guide and your support guide. Nothing special there, probably never going to read those. and that's all that's in the box, at least for that. Taking a closer look at the remote, you guys can see that it's made out of a very high quality material. It's a metal feeling material. It feels great in the hand, feels sturdy. I love the way this controller feels and looks. On top of that, you have all your buttons. So you have your select button, which is not a scroller, it's just a directional pad like a D-pad. It looks like a scroller, but it's not. And you have a select button in the middle. Then you have your regular Android capacitive buttons, as well as a voice button in the middle, which basically allows you to command the Shield through your voice. Below that is your volume rocker, which is capacitive. You basically slide your finger over and top to make it go, as well as just look how thin it is. It's awesome how thin it is. Now down at the bottom you have another charging port as well as another headphone jack. So if you're using this without the controller and just using the remote by itself, you can use that to plug headphones in and listen to all of your audio. Overall, it feels awesome in the hand, looks great. Now here's a closer look after the Nvidia Shield's been set up. You guys can see that it glows green, so if you have a room which is going to be dark when you're watching stuff, it makes it look completely epic. I think it looks awesome. Anyways guys, that will conclude this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you guys want to purchase this product and its accessories, I will leave the links in the description. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like and subscribe to our channel, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Thank you very much for watching once again.